Welcome back to Yin Yang Reviews. I'm your host Yin, and with me is my co-host Yang. Yang, what game are we doing today?
Well, Yin, today we're looking at Dead Island Epidemic, an arcade-style MOBA where players battle it out over supply points using an arsenal of crafted weaponry and an assortment of devastating powers. Or they could team up with three of their friends to survive against the endless horde of zombies to complete various missions and earn unique rewards. This is a free-to-play early access game, so without wasting any time, let's get started.
Alright, the question we need to answer here is this game fun? And yes, I believe it is. This game is very easy to pick up, and it really feels like part of the Dead Island universe. I love the arcade feel this game brings, and it reminds me a lot of Gauntlet, but with the MOBA aspect of having so many characters to choose from. The tutorial for this game is very easy to go through, even though it is long, but it explains everything to you so easily, and at the end, you get a nice little reward. This game in itself is really grindy though, and with the recent change, I only find myself entertained when I'm playing with friends. But when you find that one new weapon, it's such an experience to go back to the main menu and figure out, what it is, what it can do for you. And speaking of the main menu, this thing is called the crib. It is very simple to use. Some of the mechanics are a little confusing at first, like modding your weapon, but overall, I had no problem with it. I got in. I, I was able to find my friends no problem for a match. Wait times for PvE was nice and easy. I found them in seconds, whereas the PvP wait times could take as much as a minute or longer, depending on your situation. Even though we've been playing for a while, it felt relatively bug free to me. I did find one thing, but it didn't break the game at all. It just added to the humor. It's a very well made game, and I can't wait to play some more with some of my friends. But we did find a few things. Yang, I believe you have some on this.
Oh, do I have something for us in store here? Grind fest, my brothers. That is the word of the day. Holy grind fest, guys. This game is going to take a while. Okay, the issue with this game's leveling, or grind as many know it, is that the only effective way to really grind out these levels is to play Crossroads, which is the PvE content of this game. The only issue with that is there's only one map, which is pretty common ground for MOBAs, but it easily becomes repetitive, even though it's executed very well. The PvE content just becomes mandatory unless you enjoy becoming stomped by people with weapons three times better than you and all their abilities unlocked. Because unfortunately, you don't come out of the gate fully ready to fight in this game. You start off with a very limited arsenal. You only have some of your abilities available. There's something known as ability augmentations in this game, and you don't get them until you've actually grinded your way up the ladder a little bit. So, because of that, this game is not just loaded up, jump right into PvP. You will have to grind, and there is quite a large grind for that. That being put aside, PvP in general in this game is pretty broken. This game's PvP is held back by a lot because after spending several hours honing my skills and gaining some better weapon blueprints and even going in with a whole squad of friends to where we were able to use game comms and coordinate our efforts well together, it still felt very unbalanced. I mean, I returned to a much more fun and competitive experience, but the PvP is still, it needs so much work. I mean, the major issue here is that there's a level 525 cap. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but I can't even begin to understand how matchmaking is going to do anything with that. You have 525 levels, and players can be anywhere in there. So PvP needs a lot of work at this point. So just keep that in mind before you jump into this. This is not your normal MOBA experience. I know MOBA's attention is supposed to be on PvP, but this is just hold off on this one. Trust me, guys. Moving on, though, we have to talk about something very in particular. The cash shop in this game is sadly extremely pay to win. With access to lockboxes and key codes, a low level player can gear themselves up extremely quickly and have a noticeable advantage over others their same level or higher. The game does have a power boost system in place to help balance the level of coming across players much stronger than yourself, but it still needs a lot of work and it's very poor at balancing the field. Unfortunately, it is able to balance the power, but it can't really balance the status effects that some of the higher end pieces of gear award you, such as bleeding and poison effects. That aside, this game does offer a standard roster of characters for you to purchase on their cash shop as well. The devs of this game seem to be very passionate about this project. The game is patched very frequently, and the quality of the patches seems to show a lot of care into this game. Uh, just during the time of us making this review, there was a very, very large content patch that changed many of the game's core elements and had us completely rewrite our script for that. The community and fan base of this game, for a MOBA game in this time period, it has quite a decent fan base. I mean, we have to come to reality here. The world of MOBA gaming is very flooded, and it's hard to get any recognition, even if your game is very, very well polished. But I can say, in the short time that we've been playing this game, I've noticed that matchmaking is always quick. Players are pretty friendly and quick to give advice, and there's not a lot of smack talk or anything like that. It's a very friendly and healthy community, and I'm very interested to see it grow even further. That being said, let's move on to our final thought. Yin, care to take it away, bud?
That's right. Our final thought on this game is definitely one you should keep an eye on if you're not playing it right now. If you are, you probably experienced some of these problems already, and if you're sticking to it, more power to you, man. But if you're interested in the game, keep an eye on it. I feel a couple tweaks here and there need to be done before it's actually something that can be enjoyed on a day-to-day basis. Now, should you get the game? Well, being a free-to-play game in its beta, yeah, go get it. Why not? I mean, it's free. There's no reason why you shouldn't go out and try this, and you can make your own judgments according, to what you experience. All right, thank you guys for tuning in to our review of Dead Island Epidemic. If we missed something or you have something you want to share yourselves, please let us know in that comment section down below. If you love what we're doing and you have any suggestions for other games, please also let us know. And you can find us on Twitter. And we'll have a link in the description for that. You can get us on Steam, where a larger portion of our followers are, and you can get involved with our own community as well. Uh, if you guys want to support us, please subscribe. It always helps us. Thank you again, and happy gaming.